Want to trade with Rithika? Join Chase at www.laductrading.com/chase.
Welcome back. Hope you had a great week. So last week, as you can see here, we had a bit of digestion above that 5900 area. We came back to retest 5753. And again, we are kind of bouncing this morning into 5900 again. So 5900 still remains the key level that the market must break over to continue higher. If you go to the weekly chart as well, you'll be able to see that this was the prior level of resistance. We did get over it in early 2024 and we broke down from that level. Now we're trying to get back over that level. So above 5900, we will push into 6100, and above 6100, I still expect us to go make a new high into 6300. So let's see. This again, if you are bearish, this would ultimately be where you would need a rejection to come back into that 5400 region. If you don't reject here, then it's very likely we still continue into June, July having a bullish momentum. So you'll look at QQQ as well, kind of the same thing. We had that aggressive bounce off this 420 level, had a bit of digestion this morning. We had an inside week last week, right? And we're gapping up. So if we get over that 522, 525, we're easily going to push into 540 and higher on QQQ. So that still looks bullish. You look at the chart of IWM. Again, we just came back down to fill a gap. Now we're trying to gap up. This 210 to 205 is resistance. If we can get over that, then again, 220, 222 should be pretty easy to move into on IWM. So look at the chart of wicks. We had that bounce off of support for wicks and then couldn't get over that 25. We came back down this morning. We're gapping down. So yeah, I would say if we get below that 20 in wicks, then again, the market will get bid. And again, if you can get over 23, 24, then we could see some bearish momentum. Otherwise, kind of not a lot of action there. Dollar again did see that selling. We discussed having a little bit of bounce. Still think that needs to come down to the 97.5 region on the dollar. So yeah, let's look at this week's watch list. AMD had a bit of digestion, so again, looks good. This morning we are gapping up. So you can see here, if it has a bit more selling, then ideally 110 to 111 would be where I'd like to kind of buy AMD. But if we get over this 115 level, we should be able to push into that 125, 130 pretty easily. This would become a bull flag breakout. So yeah, AMD is one stock I'm watching. Ideally we stay over 109, otherwise we have a gap to fill at 100. So yeah, this would become your bearish pivot on AMD. The next one that I have is Nike. So on Nike, again, it's not a very aggressive short, but if the market were to turn bearish, this does look like it's breaking down, right? We could always just move back into the channel. We are kind of gapping up above it, but if the market weakens and we have a bit more selling, then this could always be an ABC pattern. Yeah, we could, if we break this 60 level on Nike, then we'll very likely come back down into 57. So yeah, keep an eye on this. If we break this channel, we will have more selling on Nike. If you hold the channel, then you could very likely push up. So this channel becomes important on whether Nike breaks out or sells down. So yeah, the next one I have is NVDA, and it's similar to AMD. Kind of went sideways, looks like it's gapping up. So this would again become a very important level of resistance for you. So this would be my 1, 2. This would be my 3, my 4, my 5. So this is how the market moves, something like this. So yeah, AMD and NVIDIA have very similar patterns. And if we were to again break down from this 125, 123 level, then NVIDIA would again have more selling into that 100 region. But yeah, I am still leaning bullish, and as long as we stay over 125, I still think we continue into 140 and eventually into that 180 level on NVIDIA. And last but not the least, what I have on the market is coin. So again, same on coin. Everything has had bullish momentum, but again, you can see this is a level of resistance it's struggled with. We are gapping up into it. If we reject it, we'll come down into 240, maybe a retest before me higher. But again, 270 is important. You break that, you can go up to 300 and even make new highs into 400. So keep an eye on that 270 level. We did digest a bit for like a week, and we are trying to break above. So if you do break above, then could see some bullish momentum. But again, this is pretty heavy resistance. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. I hope you have a great day.
Join Chase to trade with Rithika and other experts. Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more Wolf's weekly wave list videos and other content.